Hello everybody and welcome back to a video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today we are back with the 4 remaining performances of Queendom 2 Round 1. And as you may be able to hear already or see already, I can't really judge if I look sick or not. Well, this is a different reaction than usual because currently I'm under quarantine as I have currently COVID-19. Back in January I was already feeling pretty ill and I thought it was the virus, but only the speed tests were positive, but not the PCR test. This time around there are no wonderings or whatever, it is indeed the virus. And trust me, if you haven't had it yet, be lucky that you have not had it yet because it's absolutely horrible. It's really like a cold, but in 100 times worse. I literally can't remember the last time I felt that bad. Can barely walk, talk, eat, drink, sleep, every joint hurts and whatnot. Currently, I'm feeling fine enough to at least go ahead and react a little bit because I'm just not that type of person that does not want to do anything for like a week or so. So I'm at least trying to do like 1 or 2 videos here and there. All happening ahead of my old comebacks as well. So it's such a bad situation, but nothing else I can do but then pull through it. There's nothing else we can do really about it. But yeah, that's why obviously I sound probably a bit different than usual and look a bit more or look worse than usual as well, but I still thought, you know what, at least do the Queendom performances this time around, but don't be surprised before and already if I may not be able to react as energetic or talk as much as usual. But yeah, other than that, we had reacted to BBG and Hyolyn from last week, which were the first 2 round 1 performances, and now in episode 2 we have the 4 remaining ones. LOONA this time around, luckily included. You know, we didn't know beforehand if they would be able to record round 1 or not, because they also had issues with COVID. And from what I've read already online, apparently they actually had only like 1 week or so, or like 1 day actually of practice before they filmed this recording and everything, because they still had to wait so long with COVID and still felt some after effects and whatnot. So alone the thought of being able to perform and choreograph and everything within a day while feeling like me, maybe even worse, who knows, insane, okay? The fact that they're even able to perform it right now, big respect before and already. So yeah, LOONA able to perform in round 1 as well. Very happy about that. We had started to go a bit more into their discography. We'll do some more after Queendom is over probably. But yeah, very excited for this. It's Paint the Town in a remix version maybe, or just with extra stuff and whatnot. We're still in round 1, which means representative hit song. And given that Paint the Town actually ended up as their most viewed music video very quickly, or like already after, despite it being the most recent one, I think that it's definitely a good choice. Loving the looks on the thumbnail already, okay? We're going for a traditional Korean look, it seems. So that looks absolutely stunning. Big fan of the visual here already. So let's stop the talking. Let's start reacting in COVID-19 edition this time around. Round 1 performance, representative hit song by LOONA, PTT, Paint the Town. Let's check it out. But before that, now we can go. As mentioned, I always do these in 1 sitting, so bit difficult, but best we can do at the moment. Stunning. Stunning opening shot. Is she actually playing? It would be cool. But yeah, we're going all in traditional. Very stunning opening visual. Oh damn, the mask look. I'm absolutely amazed by the visuals. I'm just such a fan of traditional ones, so I'm just so drawn to the performance here. It looks so great. Woo! I did hear some people say it would be less energetic than usual due to the COVID side effects, but this is still going hard, y'all. Song is such a banger though, honestly. Was a very good first impression on LOONA last year. Even have the traditional instruments in the instrumental this time around. She looks stunning though. Seriously, the styling is on point. I just see another. Some fans have an extra row there. Oh, the remix though really suits the visual vibe. Wow, this has something so epic to it. I think we will be getting this on Spotify too, so this will definitely get some listens. Ooh. Oh, that was badass. Opening the hair that way. Again, I'm so obsessed with the outfits. Woo! Again, they're doing all of this like one day after quarantine, so big respect. So impressive. I love how much individual showcase we're getting though. Ooh, the camera effect on top of that. Woo! Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, as mentioned beforehand, I read on Twitter that apparently they did not have a lot of time to practice this performance, or just didn't have a lot of time in general to make this performance and everything, and that it would be less energetic and less explosive as LOONA would usually be, so people that may not have seen him perform live beforehand should expect even more for the future performances. And I haven't seen him perform live before, so this was probably my first live LOONA performance, or was. And despite knowing that beforehand, this was still very good, you know. As mentioned, Painted Town is an incredible song, incredible hype song. It just has that epic energy to it, and I'm always the type of person that says, or has talked about it beforehand, one of the most important things for me in K-pop is individual showcase. And a group like LOONA that has 12 members obviously has a lot of members to fit in, and it's always hard to really give everybody a showcase that way. That's why it's usually always easier for me to focus on groups with less amount of members. But here we really had a lot of different moments in between where we only had like one member or two members or three members or whatnot to really give more individual spotlight to this one member or these two or these three and whatnot. So we had a lot of like mentioned traditional concepts involved, both sonically within the song and visually as well, not just from the entire outfits themselves, from the entire stage setup, then from using the what's the name for it? I actually don't know, honestly. But like, we had a lot of good stuff going in there, and I feel the entire time that my nose is leaking. You can see that, so sorry about that. But as mentioned, that's the best we can do at the moment, because I didn't want to wait till next week either, you know. But yeah, this was both visually and sonically a awesome version of Painted Town. As mentioned, easily one of my favorite reactions from last year, you know. Like, that song and that performance and music video really excited me last year, so I was really excited to hear that LOONA would be in Queendom, because that's the one thing about big groups that obviously is very, very helpful towards them. Having a lot of members obviously gives you that edge in the visual presentation. You will have more members and more stuff to play around with the choreography and just the stage setup in general. And I personally think that this was really, really good. As mentioned, people said it isn't as LOONA as it usually would have been, given the circumstances with them having had COVID legit just a day before, so, or that they left quarantine just a day before. So not only were we lucky that we even got a performance from them in round one in general, but we did end up getting a stunning one on top of that. As mentioned, big fan of the song, big fan of the remix / just a slightly altered version to fit in more traditional instrumental stuff. Big fan of the visuals, big fan of the styling and everything, both the outfits and the makeup and hair and everything look gorgeous. As mentioned, many cool little highlights within the choreo, with the backflip and with the pulling the stuff out of the hair and whatnot. So many little highlights included in this performance. So yeah. PTT, Painted Town by LOONA. That was a very, very good opening performance. That stunning intro, that hype outro. The song itself, like mentioned, is just so good in general. You know, it's easily one of my favorite songs from the first round, like when I looked at the remaining tracks that we have included here. So that's already a big plus, and they really did a fantastic altered version of it. LOONA's PTT, Painted Town. That was stunning, that was a badass, that was a good first live performance of LOONA, even though it wasn't as explosive as it could have been given the circumstances, but big fan nonetheless. So that's it for LOONA's round one performance. We're moving over to a fourth one overall, and that is Brave Girls with Chimadbaram and the biggest hit for sure, Rollin, with a remix in there. I think the first song was released last year, so as mentioned in my opening performance reaction, I had not checked out anything Brave Girls related yet, so I'm totally blind on that song as well. So nothing else to add other than let's check it out. Queendom 2 round 1 representative hit song performances. Brave Girls, Chimadbaram plus Rollin remix. Let's check it out. Woo! Definitely difficult, trust me, to talk as much as I'm right now, but it's the opening intro sound, that's cool. Oh. Okay, that's awesome. Like, I've seen that before, but it's such a cool visual look with the paint on the drums and everything. Yeah, that's cool. Everybody getting an individual opening shot like that. And of the outfits too, the black and blue. And again, I love the way they play with the stage. You get the vibe of the general song though. I can as always not tell if it's 100% live or not, but sounds great nonetheless. I think a bit of backtrack in there, but it's normal, you know. Very groovy vibe though from that song. like a big difference to Paint the Town we just had beforehand, which was more of an epic sound. It is a smooth sound. It is a smooth song. Yeah, I think Brave-Girls in general really follows more of this cheerful sound. Generally the route of just having fun with the music. Ooh. That's the switch up. That's cool though. It's definitely both a sonically and visual switch up to the first part of the performance. Yes, it's switch up yet again. Now for the second song, we just mentioned, went so viral, it's crazy. I still haven't listened to it yet. I do love their charisma though. You really see that they have fun performing. You really see that they beat the song. Oh, that's sex in there though. Damn, is that in the original as well? Okay. So really only included that final chorus there. Yeah, but I can really say straight away, you really saw that they had a lot of fun performing this, and that's always something very important to me. That you just know that the passion is there. Okay. Brave-Girls, Chimasbaram plus Rollin remix. So the Rollin, like mentioned, was really just there as that cherry on top. Basically, we majorly had the intro and the dance break with the first song involved. But as mentioned, you can clearly tell if you've only watched now. If you, let's say you're like me and you've only checked out Queendom, Brave-Girls as 4 and nothing else besides that, even though probably for people that aren't reactors like me and therefore way down and stuff, maybe probably, like mentioned, hard to find somebody that may have not listened to Rollin yet, because as mentioned, how many pucks did it end up having? 382 or something like that. The song went crazy viral last year, but I still thought one day I might react to it. Never really got to it either way. But what I'm trying to say is, if you've only checked out the bit of Queendom, and if that's your first impression of Brave-Girls overall and their sound and everything, you just can clearly tell in what direction they are going. It's very cheerful, bright, let's have a good time type of vibe and energy. And the thing here for me is that something I noticed for myself for Kingdom last year, even though I've not checked out every Kingdom performance yet, I always found myself always a bit more drawn towards the songs and performances that really fit more of this pay-per-view vibe, you know, like this one versus all direction. So a song like Chimasbaram plus Rollin are obviously, I wouldn't say they don't really fit the atmosphere of the show, you know, but they're definitely they just don't have the same epic type of feeling like Paint the Town. Now, as example had, you know, that song really just has this Queendom-like vibe, you know, like when I hear Queendom, when I hear Kingdom, when I hear 6 artists versus one another, that I expect these heavy, epic, legendary type of sounds, and then obviously Chimasbaram and Rollin aren't really in that direction. The songs are fun, they sound really cool nonetheless, and like mentioned, they sound good vocally, the performance was cool. This intersection, like mentioned here, with the paint drums and everything, with the cloth and with the sticks and so on, it looked cool visually, you know, it was a cool performance nonetheless. But I feel like mentioned that these songs here really aren't that perfectly fitting for the environment, but as mentioned, does not automatically mean it makes the performance bad or immediately worse than anything else. Vocally still really good, the songs are still really good, but I definitely want to see in future rounds, which may happen when they cover other groups that may have more songs into that direction, where I really want to see more of the spicy side of them, you know, that edge, that attitude, that just more that, you know, just more of the spicier attitude on top of that, because I think they can definitely go into that. So yeah, that's the impression I can say here straight away. Good performance, sound and everything sounds great, but like mentioned, just doesn't really fit the vibe of the show in my opinion as much as Paint the Town as example did, you know. But it's like mentioned really more on the entire atmosphere in general rather than them. Still a good performance, still very enjoyable, and like mentioned, really makes me intrigued to see what Brave_Girls can do in later rounds with songs that might fit that atmosphere a bit more. So yeah, Brave_Girls, Chimasbaram plus Rollin, still enjoyable. We're moving over to Kep1er and their representative hit song, Wa Da Da, which is also on their only song at the moment. That's like mentioned what many people were wondering what's gonna happen, given that Kep1er literally debuted 3 months ago, you know. Their representative hit songs is Wa Da Da, no surprise here. And I'm really excited for that because, as mentioned in the opening performance already, definitely gotta check out their first mini-album because this song really ended up being a very catchy one for me. Basically, I found myself singing and vibing to the song at work, you know, where I'm basically like having the chorus melody and like the pre-chorus especially in my mind at work and just humming along while doing stuff there. So that really is a sign of a song being good. If a song ends up in your mind at random places throughout the day, that's a good sign. So really excited to see this Queendom version of it now. Let's move on to the second to last performance of round 1 of Queendom 2. Kep1er, Wa Da Da. Let's check it out. I do hope though that my voice is not damaging your ears. Stunning opening shot with the sun.
Let's start.
I think they really have the heaviest performance. At least in the opening round, that didn't just already goes in that direction. This remix! Or this version. Ooh! That's definitely gonna get listens on Spotify for me. Insane pre-chorus. Ooh! Easily one of my favorite pre-choruses this year, but I'm digging this. Ooh! I'm digging this remix. The camera work here too, though. Ooh. They really changed this song. It's like really not like a slide remix at all. It really feels like a totally different song. Love that she's getting a solo spotlight like this because this short rap section was one of my favorites on the song too. Whoa! I heard that vocal. This remix is hype, y'all. As mentioned, I can't go as crazy as I would like to right now, because otherwise my head would probably hurt a little, but... Oh, but I love above the pre-chorus and bridge, but like a softer version this time. Do you see the harmony in the choreo though? Ooh. Ooh. Hey! Again though, you see how much fun they're having. They're just good at showing it, you never know, but I really feel the charisma here. I said it for the opening performance too. You really saw back then how much visual expressions they have. They're just really so strong in performing. So yeah, Kep1er's What Da Da. I can already tell you, because I think at least that, let me check actually pretty quickly, because I would really be interested to know that. If I'm not mistaken, the first round 1 performances from last week, so BBG and, you know, BBG and Hyolyn, ended up on Spotify, and I really hope that this one will end up there as well. Can't find it actually right now, but I really hope it does, because both this and the Painted Town remixed version sound fantastic, okay? This, like mentioned, really doesn't feel like just a little remix. It really feels like an entirely different song, and it sounds awesome while doing so, you know? Because the thing is, What Da Da itself, I remember a lot of people said, I think, that one of the B-sides, I'm not sure which one it was right now, would have probably been better as title track, but I really thought that What Da Da on first impression was already good, but it really ended up being one of these songs that the more you listen to it, the more you will enjoy it, and that's at least what happened for me, because as mentioned, I felt myself singing the song and singing the chorus and pre-chorus and everything at random times at work, and that is really a good sign for a song's longevity and its catchiness in general. So this remix really adds a lot to the song, which is really gives it an entirely different impression, entirely different sound picture, which is, like mentioned, something that you don't often have for these remixes. You know, we've had remixes before that don't really do that, and it's really just a slight change in the pacing or whatnot, but this really felt like an entirely different new song, which really made this a special performance to watch. Now again, the song itself has a lot of highlights, and as mentioned, the pre-chorus is one of my absolute favorite ones of this year thus far. The way the vocal just goes in there with this na 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 na, sounds simply fantastic. We had so many little dance moments in there, and what's up with the Wi-Fi this time around? Can I just get to these shots? But yeah, we had a sick opening visual that looked great. We had so many, like mentioned, strong and heavy dance sections in between. And this is what I literally just said for Brave-Girls before. And the thing is, when I hear Kingdom, when I hear Queendom, I think about something heavy. I think about something epic. These bright, summery, vibey, fun songs just don't really fit into that atmosphere, in my opinion. Now, whether that isn't your typical epic, heavy song, but I think the remix definitely had it more led into that direction. But just the choreo and the way to perform and the way their expressions work alongside the song just really makes this feel like a big epic deal. You know, that's how you gotta perform your song. Even though it may not be your typical one versus all type of vibe, you need to give it that vibe with your performance, with your facial expressions, with your delivery, and that definitely happens here. As mentioned, Kep1er is the new ICE1 in sense of we only have them around for 2.5 years, and then they go into different groups, and many people were upset that we would have them here in Queendom too, because this really just takes away a lot of time that they could have had with working on comics and all that stuff. But I personally gotta say, as far as not my second Kep1er performance overall, I still gotta check out their studio jump performance for What Da Da. These girls are just impressive, you know. I'm not sure about their age right now and everything, but like, these girls have a bright future. Obviously not all together, who knows if like for ICE1 some members may end up together still in future groups and whatnot, but these girls are insanely impressive. Their choreographies look insane. Their like mentioned, their sharpness when dancing is spot on. Their vocals are good. As mentioned, that one vocal there here on the stairs and everything sounded fantastic. That part, like mentioned, love that she got a little bit of his solo spotlight, because that part in the song was also so great with the one, check it, two, another. You know, one of these little highlight moments within the song. So yeah, we had, like mentioned, also again another dance break here instead of the chorus drop. So Wadada, it's a hit song, it's such an insanely fun song, and they, like mentioned, really made it an entirely different new feel. They give it an entirely different vibe that really suits the show overall, and I can definitely consider this probably one of my favorite performances of round 1 thus far. I won't be doing a rating just yet in this video, we'll need some time, and probably edit in the comments, but they are easily top 3 already from what I've seen here too, from what I've seen in round 1 thus far. Kep1er's Wadada Queendom 2 version, that was epic. That was a highlight. There was so much great stuff, and they're a big fan, and really makes me excited for not just more future performances of them in this show, but their first comeback and everything. That's really how and they probably wanted this to end up being. First, people were like, not a fan of them being here, you know, because of time and everything. But at the end of the day, you will get more public onto that, and you will have people insanely excited for the first comeback. That's at least what's happening for me right now. Really excited for Kep1er's first comeback later this year. Excited to check out their album whenever I can find the time for it. Good stuff, y'all. Kep1er's Wadada Queendom 2 version. That was awesome. That was exciting. And I do feel my throat giving out pretty soon. So let's move on to our finale for today, which is WJSN/Cosmic Girls with their full performance for As You Wish. As mentioned, zero clue about this group other than I'm not sure from last year that album that came with it. Big fan of their opening performance, so like really huge fan of them. Probably one of my favorites from that. Let's dive into it. Our final round 1 performance of Queendom Season 2, WJSN/Cosmic Girls As You Wish. Let's check it out. I'm so gonna eat ice cream after this, goodness gracious. And trust me, if you haven't had COVID yet, be happy you haven't. Oh, what an opening visual though, with all the backup dancers. Stunning in all whites. Oh, we hadn't had the blue there, right? Wait, what? Oh, never mind, we did. It's just a lighting. The outfits though. Oh, and it's all backup dancers, okay? The visuals in the choreo, man. Obviously can't judge in compared to the original because I haven't listened to it, but this sounds incredible. Very classic chorus drop. I love the vocal picture though. Again, the backup dancers add so much for the visual of the choreo. It looks so good. Ooh. The facial switch. Awesome dance break. That short riff in there was stunning. Woo! As mentioned, I don't know how much is remix and what is not, but I feel like I like the verse picture much more than the chorus sound. Oh, that riff here though. That riff here. And the group harmonies. Alright. So, as mentioned, I do not know the original, so I can't tell how much the song was changed. But I felt like the verse picture was much more my taste than the chorus picture. I felt like the chorus picture then went back to very typical, while the verse picture had something very magical to it that I really enjoyed. So, as mentioned, not sure how this compares to the original of the song. But alright, WJSN's As You Wish. Now, the thing is, I think a few members are missing here, you know, so maybe that's why they added so many backup dancers this time around, because I think it's even more than for the first round. But like, this intro was very, very stunning, and the same thing that happened here happened in the opening performance already. They captivate you, you know, they really captivate you and really make you eager to see what's next, and that's a very good quality to have while performing, you know, basically gluing the eyes to the stage to see what's happening next, because you just can't predict what's happening next. Along the way, all of this opened the way, the entire first half build up to basically one member after another getting in stage or getting in focus, you know. First we start with just one member and a lot of backup dancers, and then one after another more members entered before we then actually had them all together for the first chorus drop. That was very satisfying in the choreo overall. Then my personal highlight though, that dance break there was... That dance break was sick. Along the way, we saw it with the visual expression. The way it changed there, you already knew, oh shit, it's about to go down. And did it go down? Because that's the thing. The opening performance was rather, like mentioned, atmospheric and magical. But here they really hit the switch, like mentioned to in the previous performance already, where they really showed, we could also go for that heaviness, you know? That facial switch there was like, damn, you knew within 1 second, okay, we're about to go that road, you know, like all happy, all, you know, still this very bright sound, which you like mentioned for Brave Girls isn't necessarily the most fitting for this one versus all type of atmosphere, but then boom, facial switch, and boom, we go all red. We go for the heavy dance break this time around. That's really definitely my highlight of the performance here, especially then when the riff kicked into. She really has a great stage presence. Generally, that's the thing about the group, which similar to like Brave Girls and just all groups in general. I haven't really got a big glimpse on everybody outside of maybe BBG, even though I haven't checked out everything G-Frame related yet either. His very first impressions on these girls are very, very good. Just their stage presence and charisma in general. And the way, like mentioned, we first had one member, few members ended more in, then we end this performance with backup dancers at the bottom while they're at the top of the stage. The stage setup looked gorgeous yet again. So this was such a good performance as well. And this really makes it already very difficult for me to judge for myself. Damn, what was my favorite performance or what not, you know? Very difficult to tell, but like this performance really had a lot to offer, both in its intro, in its dance break, in its finale, in its choreo itself, especially with a few members' music, which obviously takes a bit away of opportunities maybe within the choreo. That was good stuff. WJSN's As You Wish, their representative hit song performance, the final one of round 1 of Queendom 2, also very enjoyable, also very good. So the talent of round 1 already was stunning. I can't wait to see what the covers will probably have to offer for round 2 and round 3 and whatnot. I'm not sure what exactly is the next theme going to be. But that was awesome, all around. All 4 performances we checked out today were extremely impressive. I had a lot of fun with this. I enjoyed this a lot, despite my condition. And I hope you guys had a lot of fun and enjoyed my reactions. If you did, leave a like down below to show me that you did. What are your thoughts on the 4 performances we checked out today? How would you rate Queendom 2 round 1 performances? Which one was your best, your least favorite? Tell me your ranking from 1 to 6 down below. I will give you my ranking down below in the comments as well. I think I will need some rewatches here and there to really judge it myself clearly better. And other than that, yeah, we will, or other than that, if you did enjoy the video and tell me everything you enjoyed, then leave a sub as well, or support on Patreon. It would help me a lot. And yeah, we will definitely be continuing with Queendom Season 2 next week. However many performances there may end up being, maybe 6 or 7 around, or 3, who knows, we will see. And definitely with more K-pop content, even though, as you hear already, not as much in the upcoming week or so than usual. You know, I really just thought I don't want to wait with Queendom till next week. I don't want to get in a schedule mess up there, so I went through this now today in this condition and hope, like mentioned, that it was okay for y'all. And other than that, we have a lot of other great K-pop content coming up nonetheless. So for whatever content you may be interested in, for whatever content you may want in for, obviously again soon on this channel. Stay safe, healthy, and happy. Especially healthy, please. Don't end up like me. Stay safe, healthy, and happy. Have a great time. Have a great Friday. And see you again soon with more Queendom Season 2 or K-pop reactions. Thanks for watching.